Hi there, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. My name is Dan. In this video I am going to be installing the fenders that I painted in a previous video. Okay, this is the vehicle. It's a 2010 Sentra. Okay, and I was replacing the fenders because of these rust spots, and they're right where the mud flaps go. And these could have been fixed, but for the cost of the paint and the fender, I'd be saving 140 bucks. But right here I have a hole, a rust hole, pinhole. So I decided to get some fenders, KAPA, so they should be good, and they're warranted. And I'm not sure if the warranty is not guaranteed replacement parts at the same price or something from 10 years from now, or as long as I own the car, I guess. Okay, and so I'm going to replace these, and it doesn't look too bad. I'll bring you up for a closer look. Okay, so like I said, I had a pinhole here. Sun's coming out. So I decided to do this on jack stands so I could get at the clips. There's clips all the way around here, inside here, and I probably have to take off and see what's under here, because if you look on the fender, there's 3 or 4 clips I have to get at here, so I might even have to take off the front grille and bumper. Okay, so these are the most common tools you're gonna use. This is to pull out the grommets. Okay, and I believe it is a 10 millimeter, 10 mil 1/4 inch ratchet, pry, Phillips, and something really thin to get underneath the grommets, and some picks to get at the stubborn ones. Okay, so I'm going to start by looking underneath the vehicle, and already 10 mil, the clips, the Phillips, right? So I'm going to take off this front cowling or shielding, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to take the front bumper off, so I'm going to start doing that. I don't have a GoPro, so I would get better footage if I did get a GoPro, right? I'm going to try to keep everything together so I don't lose anything. I'm gonna go get me a magnetic tray. It's gonna be fairly quickly. It's not This is why I wanted the thin stuff, so I can get underneath these clips and unlock them. So now that this is the front panel that I've taken off, I'm not digging the rust I see. We'll see what it looks like when I have everything apart. So now I'm taking off this panel out back here. I'm fixing rust only to find more. I'm gonna soak it down with lanacane for a rust check. There's one in this corner here. Some over here, one right here. So at least it's got some form of lubrication. Gonna tap right up here behind. There's a 10mm I have to take out to drop the front bumper cover. Try to get this out. Yeah. Okay, so these are all plastic. They're 10mm. Right, I can take them out with my hand. I have the option of using a 10mm or a Phillips. So I'm going to set these aside in different containers so I don't get them mixed up inwards. This is the next best thing I could find. But At least I know they go in the hood, on the bumper. Now, under this. So what's holding this down? Nothing. That should come off with the pump. So maybe that's as far as I need to go. I'm gonna undo. Like over here. I may be doing that for no reason. If it wants to come out this way, I just got to take off this clip here and the bolts that are here, 2 bolts, and maybe that's going to come out. Maybe that's all I have to do. There is, underneath this cowl, there is a bolt up here. So I have to take off the wipers and the cowl. So what I do is I'm going to tape off the wipers to know their positioning. I'm going to use painter's tape, and I'm going to actually mark down the positioning of the wipers. So I know where they go. Give me a little bit of time later on. Okay, so cap. This doesn't go in the bumper stuff. It goes in the hood stuff. Or the cowl. The windshield cowl. Wiper cowl. More cowl. And now I need a 14 or 17 up here. Nut back on so I don't lose it. So there's 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3 up here. And I had to remove the wiper cowl Okay, it's on the ground there. And don't forget your windshield washer hose. You might tear it if you don't look out for it. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under there at the end of my finger. So you have to pull out the bumper cover, and that should be it. I removed these as well underneath here. Oh, and there's one more behind the mirror. I'm pretty sure these are original to the car because I'm breaking paint. These were painted, right? So this was done somewhere in Japan. I hope I don't have to remove the door. Oh, it's the plastic grommet. I gotta remove the plastic grommet that's in there. Let me get me some needle nose pliers. Okay, so you have to remove this grommet actually to be able to remove this. Okay. I'm going to remove the bumper. So I removed the bumper, and this is what I'm looking at. I don't like the looks of this. The only thing I can do right now, for now, is, oh, this was in a dinger sometime or another. The only thing I can really do is take the paint off and either put some rust paint on there or Spray it with some lanacane for now. This car's got to last me a little while longer. Okay, all that just to remove this bolt and the lens cover, because I can't slip it over here. And I might clear coat these. I'm not sure yet. You can put a clear coat over old lenses and it brings back some of it. Some people use bug spray and polish it with bug spray, but that doesn't last. Or you can buy new lenses. Now how does this come on? Three screws. Hopefully I don't lose the adjustment on the lights. There's a canister on this side. I have no idea what it's for. It's part of the air intake. Like, I don't know, you'd call that an accumulator on, if it was like a hydraulic system. Accumulators are for controlling the shock. Like when you turn on and off the water in your house, you don't want the pressure to come racing down at your faucets. You want an accumulator to take up that initial shock, or shutting off and turning on water. If I was like running a body shop, I'd have to know that all the clips are available, right? Before you start a job, you know you're going to break some clips. So you should get all the clips with your body panels. I don't know why they don't add them to the accessory list. Like sell the fender for the stubborn ones, and then sell a kit, the fender and the clips, for the people that don't mind paying a little more and making sure they get the job done right. Like, I'm sure that the car manufacturer has all these lists. Like when they made the car, they had parts lists that went with every operation of the build. So they already had the information, right? Ah, they have to remove the horn as well. Will it ever end? All right. Now I can remove the body panel. Oh, you're kidding me, right? So this is what we have back here. I want to maybe scrape that off a little bit and put some rust inhibitor or rust oh geez, what is it called? It stabilizes the rust so it doesn't continue rusting, right? I'm just going to put some on there, and if I look back here, the panel isn't bad, just a little touch. And in the front over here, I could probably do the same here. They're just minor touch-ups that might help preserve the car a little bit longer. And this is okay. Rubber's still there. It's not distorted or destroyed. The clutch on this has seen some wear. You see the rust coming through? But that's not an old compressor. And what else do I see under here? Oh, that stuff. Yeah, I hate that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna fix what I can just to keep it going a little longer. Okay, so let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to attempt to fix this. Just gonna get rid of the biggest chunks of it. Care of this, so I'm using cordless drill with a Scotch-Brite on it. So I'm already starting to remove some rust there. I'm going to prime this, right? And only prime it. I'm using isopropyl alcohol, right? And this will help remove anything that would prevent the primer from sticking to it. So this is my masking job. It's not that pretty, but it should protect the pieces I don't want to get spray on. And I'm not going to be spraying from a distance and heavy sprays, right? I'm just going and that's it. And I bought gray primer for metal, so it says for metal anti-rust technology. So, and it's a Krylon product. Okay, so this has been drying. Peel this off. It's not supposed to be pretty, it's supposed to prevent rust. Alright, so I ran into some rust, but there's some good and some bad to it. I can replace this piece and prime it the same way I did and paint it the same way I did the fenders, okay? This is the piece right here. It goes all the way across. It supports the radiators. There's two radiators. There's the radiator for the car, and there's the engine, and one for the air condition, and that's the condenser? No, the evaporator. No, the condenser. That's the condenser. And everything, like, I can unbolt the bumper. Even if these break, I can drill them out. But this piece goes here, goes down here, goes across. I can replace this piece as a one piece. So this isn't heartbreaking. But if it was on this side of it, that would be heartbreaking. Okay? My evaporator, I do get cooling in the car, but eventually I'm gonna have to change it because the damn mosquitoes did a job on them. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you. This was the driver's side. Okay, I'm running into a little bit more rust, and I don't want to puncture through it. I don't know how deep it goes, but I'm going to hit it with some rust converter, and then I'm going to prime over it. Okay, and there's a little bit of stuff going on here, but I can get that later. And this was the fender. It was really rotted. It was rotted through. All caused mostly by those fenders, those mud flaps. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. You soak it, let it sit for 20 minutes, and then you rinse it off, and that's it. Okay, so I'm just gonna Okay, so I got my fender here. I'm just going to take it apart. Same deal, it was brought it through. Okay. Gonna need this. So I'm basically taking the plastic off of the old fender. I know you can't see it, but I'm brushing against fender stones. And this is the new fender. So I took these off of here. Where's the other? This one goes up here. This goes out here. Okay. All popped in. There's the other one. Here, this goes over here. I don't want to scratch. This should pop into here. These go like this. Okay. And now I need something. I need to set this on something. I'm going to set this on a blanket. And this goes here, this. Well, I'm a little disappointed. I never beat the rain. And that fender isn't on there properly. As far as color match goes, it wasn't quite a match. That's probably what it looked brand new, but somebody must have did a repaint on the car, which I don't think so, but it looks a lot darker. Okay, so these bolts are the ones I have to tighten down next. And the height seems okay. Now if I push on that just a slight bit, I'll have the same gap. Unless I can bring it in. I need to bring it in a little bit. It's all the way in. So I can't do any better on this one. And this, if I just pull just a tad bit, I should be okay. Like this. I'm going to try it again. I believe this is it. I do have a little bit of wiggle room on this. Let me get me some fender. paint that I use, and this stuff really works well. It's right here. It's called Rust Check and Rust Inhibitor. This panel can go together now. I'm just gonna go get the panel. Ta-da! So there's two clips under here for the splash guard. Holes in the splash guard. There's one clip here for the front bumper to screw into. This panel helps clip in the bumper into it. And these two bolts, I have to get them under there. And on the top, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. And one in the front that goes right here, that goes to the lens. Once again, I don't see any rust, so there's dirt. I don't have much time. I'm still racing against this storm coming this way. Oh, I gotta put a rubber jacket. This sponge right here goes back here. Like this. And it's to prevent from people pressing into here and denting it into it, right? So I'm just putting it in like this. That's where it goes. Okay.